Sheryl Swoopes continues to lie.
From the moment I met Caitlin and the moment she met me, like I said, when you respect your teammates and respect as competitors, it makes for a better relationship. It makes for a better dynamic.
Kelsey Mitchell just dropped one of the most decisive statements we've heard in the WNBA this season. After 7 brutal years rebuilding with the Fever, she finally speaks out, and what she says about Caitlin Clark leaves no room for debate. Mitchell doesn't just defend Clark, she reframes what her rise actually means.
We've already established who we were as people and as players and how we can help make each other better. So it feels good to me already. And I think that me and C-Square established that 2 years ago now. So I think everything with us is going to always be kosher and really put together.
Why does her voice carry more weight than any critics? The answer might just change how you see the entire league. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
I think their strength, for one, is always, from a physical standpoint, her strength and her ability to now make plays that people don't think about.
What makes one player's words quiet down the whole argument? With Kelsey Mitchell, it's simple. She's lived through years that most players only read about. 7 seasons in Indiana, always showing up, even when the stands were half empty and the roster changed every few months. She kept dropping buckets, year after year, no camera flash, no hype train, just work. That kind of consistency earns a different kind of respect, and when she finally spoke, people listened. While legends like Sheryl Swoopes questioned Caitlin Clark's hype,
She continues to lie on Caitlin Clark and spew and push this trash narrative. That word accountability be kicking people into you-know-what. She can't take accountability for nothing. She continues to lie on her and try to attach herself to Caitlin Clark at every single turn.
Mitchell stayed locked in, watching everything unfold from the inside. The outside noise never matched the reality she saw every day. She'd been there for the tough years, when no one wrote headlines about the Fever. So when the team suddenly filled arenas, she understood exactly what changed.
Whether it's that skip to skip, I mean, you know, a person of her caliber, it seems small, but it's going to make her go from having 25 to having 28.
Her loyalty through that dry stretch made her voice feel earned, not borrowed. Fans could sense it too. When a player sacrifices that much time in silence, then decides to talk, the words hit heavier than any media comment. Mitchell's teammates already trusted her. That came from the seasons where she was the only reliable scorer and still refused to quit.
You know, knowing what you need, and I think that's going to take time for her specifically, but the rest is for her is already in the bag. I think strength is always going to be a main thing for her, or 10 assists to 12 assists. So for one, her strength, and then after that, professional, learning, you know, watching film.
So when she defended Clark, it didn't sound like PR. It sounded like truth. She didn't hide behind stats or headlines. She said bluntly, without Caitlin, none of this happens. The sold-out arenas, the primetime coverage, the global spotlight. That's Clark. That one line flipped the room. Suddenly, people stopped arguing whether Clark was overrated and started acknowledging what her presence had done for the league.
I felt like Kels probably should have got a little love. I honestly thought she probably should have been Player of the Month.
Then Mitchell brought it full circle, reminding everyone what she saw up close. And then you bring in Caitlin, who changed the world, changed the dynamic of basketball. She wasn't just praising a rookie. She was defining the Fever's new chapter, built from 7 years of scars and one fresh spark.
So I feel very fortunate to play with her, and honestly, I'm not even trying to be corny. Like, I really think she deserved it. So just what she was doing, and at the clip she was doing it, I think she was like 50, 40, 90 this month, which is really, really hard to do.
When a team suffers for years, survival itself turns into culture. That's what makes Kelsey Mitchell's defense of Caitlin Clark sound like proof that the Fever are stepping into a new era. Indiana didn't flip overnight. This rebuild came from the mix. Veterans who stayed loyal through losing streaks and rookies ready to learn fast. Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, Lexi Hull, and now Clark. It's the Fab Four forming right in front of us, born out of years of trial runs that didn't quite work. A lot of people predicted chaos when Clark showed up. Too many big names, too many cameras. But that never happened.
It might look a different way to you. We've already established what our chemistry is and how we want to play, and I think for us, we got an unbelievable chemistry now to where it's unspoken. No matter of our chemistry, we've really taken time as teammates to really get to know each other on and off the court, and I think it serves to what you see now.
Mitchell kept the energy calm, showing that if you build trust first, the spotlight can't shake you. Practices started feeling lighter because chemistry replaced insecurity. The Fever made jokes about Clark's viral moments instead of rolling their eyes at them. Even that post about a league fine, the one fans argued about online, was just comedy inside the locker room. That kind of laughter means something. It's how a team survives the outside noise. The bench plays a huge role in that too. Veterans like Kayla and Sydney keep the group steady, dropping advice, talking through plays, keeping everyone synced. The group feeds off it, building a rhythm that gives Clark space to thrive inside a real system instead of just depending on highlight plays. That's how you know the foundation is real. While Swoops questioned whether fame overshadowed the fundamentals.
For you to sit there and continue to lie on Caitlin Clark is nasty, nasty, nasty work. She was hating and jealous and lying on Caitlin Clark from the door, and it is nasty. She did it all last season. She did it before the girl even played her first game. Sheryl Swoopes, I'll say it again. You too old. You need to grow up. You are in your 50s.
Mitchell's leadership showed that. Here, fame and fundamentals actually strengthen each other. She even turned down bigger money offers to make sure the core stayed together. When someone does that, you don't question their loyalty. You build around it. The Fever's rise isn't accidental. It's loyalty finally meeting opportunity.
And so you get to see it. Even if you don't understand it, trust me, we get it. We understand what's going on.
You know, fans were probably frustrated, but at the same time, like, we have a young group. We're trying to learn. We're trying to figure out. And honestly, like, I just had a lot of fun playing. Like, I thought we played with a lot of joy. We played at up-tempo. We shared the ball well.
And Mitchell sees Clark not as a threat, but as the missing piece to a story she started 7 seasons ago. A story that now defines how leadership looks in women's basketball. When Kelsey Mitchell speaks, it's not hype, it's history talking. Her words come from years of bus rides, losing streaks, and rebuilding rosters.
I appreciate her game. What I don't appreciate is all the ugly nastiness that comes with it, right?
Bro, don't sit there. First of all, you're lying. First of all, you're lying. You're not taking accountability, talking about all this nastiness.
Asia's my favorite player. Like, everybody's going to have a favorite player.
So, when she defends Caitlin Clark, it isn't about protecting a rookie. It's about validating a movement she's been waiting to feel real. Mitchell's loyalty built the credibility that now defines Indiana. Fans see it, teammates feel it, and the league can't ignore it. If the Fever's future rests on loyalty and trust, then ask yourself, do you stand with Kelsey? Because every dynasty starts with one moment of truth, and she just gave the WNBA theirs.